I've had a lot of clarity and a lot of moments of just fog and brain fog the past month or so since my girlfriend left. And I still call her my girlfriend, but in reality, she's my ex now. We broke up officially about a week ago. About a week ago. Uh, bad timing joke. Um, And it's really strange because, for one, I'm still in the apartment that we lived in together for the past 4 years, and there's still some of her stuff around. And like today, I finally took down some paintings of her that were in the when you first walk in the living room. And there's still some like Amazon packages that she had delivered here that I still have to ship out to her. Right next to me, there's some ice skates that I got her for Christmas and like her art supplies. And there's little things that she's painted me, like my old producer name. She would make little things for me here and there. And it's really tough. And I'm not trying to be all, boo-hoo. And I hope she doesn't see this because I don't think I have a goal with this video. I don't think I'm trying to reach any kind of platform with this. I'm simply just talking from the heart. I've been on a really interesting journey with creativity lately. I'm a musician and I'm a aspiring composer for video games or TV, film, whatever I can dip into that lets me access the artist in me that I've denied for so many years. My biggest enemy in that has been me. I haven't been able to just accept that I am a creative person. Not necessarily, I feel like that's vain, that I'm a vessel for creativity. I've gotten so many compliments, I've gotten so many insults, I've endured through it all, and I still continue to tinker and play in the sandbox with creativity, and I love it. But, she was my biggest fan too. And it's hard to accept that there's animosity between us because we still love each other. But ultimately, things aren't going to work out because she didn't want to put effort into the relationship anymore. She grew. She's on a different path. And I was just waiting by the door. The door's always been open for her to come and go, but I've always stood in the doorway waiting for her to choose me. And I think it's not really that much of a secret, but that's what I've always wanted from her, was to choose me over everything else, which isn't right. And that's not fair to her. And it's not fair to myself because all that time and energy, past 4 years that I spent trying to make her see me how I wanted to be seen, I could have been tapping into creativity. I could have been, on this walk with faith and God that I've been on for the past 2 years. I could have been taking myself out on dates, going to a record store, going to a thrift shop, going to a random bookstore or a library and just sitting there. When we first got together, I was a wreck. My dad just passed away. There was a lot of history with him that wasn't good growing up. I didn't have the little artist in me, the inner child, wasn't fed the attention that he needed. And once again, I'm not trying to like pity myself. I'm letting words flow. And this is what the fuck is happening. And I'm sorry if this is whatever. I'm not sorry. Um, there was a lot in my childhood that just didn't exist when it came to the attention, the nurturing. And I also don't want to talk shit about my parents because my dad, I believe, was just a troubled soul. God rest his soul. I think he could have been he had so much potential as a dad, as a man, as a teacher, as an athlete. He was a good dude. He was funny. He had a good style. Um, And it's always been hard to accept that that didn't work out. To this day, I'm 28 years old. Since I was 8 years old, 9 years old, things haven't felt right, because that's originally when he left. And and I always felt left behind. Now I was with my mom growing up, and my older sisters, they got out as soon as they could, and I understand, but at the time I didn't understand. So at that time I felt left behind. It's like, why am I still here? This house was full. This was a full house. Cats, dogs, birds, fish, my dad, my mom, my two sisters, a beautiful backyard in South Florida, and then it just got quiet. And my mom tried her best, but by the time I was coming out of middle school into high school, things were brewing. I was starting to get angry. I was always festering with grief and anger, and I didn't know where to put it. A lot of the times I put it into music, whether it was band at school or just sitting in my room playing a djembe, playing a guitar, listening to music, crying, making movies in my head. I've always been like a writer and an artist, sitting in the shower, singing against the curtains like there's an audience in front of me, like it's a stage. It's always been a part of me. That was my coping mechanism, was, if you're not going to give me attention, I'm going to make you give me attention whenever I reach these heights that I've reached, and that's not healthy. And then throughout middle school, high school, I always had a girlfriend. I always had a girl that I put way too much attention and focus into. And obviously she's like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy. He needs attention from his parents. Now they're young, so they were young, so they didn't know. But like, no wonder I was so intense. Every girl was the one. Every girl was going to be my wife. Every girl was, I had to hold her up on this pedestal like she was the love of my life from the age of like 12. And then in high school, things got worse for me. A lot of it was my own doing, and then a lot of it was circumstance and just bad luck. Things took a turn for the worse, and then I became crazy. And I spent, about a decade just addicted, suffered through so much loss. I lost some friends, both just relationship wise and to death and drugs. I lost my dad to drugs. And I lost time. But I'm here now, and all this is getting kicked up because I never really sat with it. Because even though I got sober 2 years ago and I came back to God, I started psychoanalyzing myself a lot, but I always had, my woman here. She was mine. And she will eventually choose me. And things started to die in this relationship like 3 years ago. And I noticed it, but I wasn't man enough to like respect myself more than I respected her. And I don't know if that sounds shitty or not, but in reality, I let her in my mind, I'm not saying she did this to me, but like I let her dictate who I was in terms of like my emotions and the respect for myself and the love for myself. And I got sober, and then like a year later, I started to really see things. She was about to finish school. I know she was going to make big moves, and I was thinking like, oh, wherever she goes, I'll go, because she's my woman and she's the one. And I love her, and I really do love her. I pictured having children with her. I pictured being married. Even though there was a lot of issues with intimacy in this relationship, and we were always honest with each other. She was my best friend long before she was my woman. And it's still really weird to call her my ex, because I still remember her face. And if you've had loss before, excuse me, you know what it feels like to forget someone's face. For example, like my dad. After a while, I would try to remember him because there was years where I didn't want to think about him. I just pushed it all down. I don't want to think about this guy. I don't want to think about his face. I don't want to think about, his Nike slides. I don't want to think about the dolphin shirt he wore. I don't want to think about the way he would cook with that one stainless steel pan in the kitchen. But then I forgot his face. And then when I saw him again when I was older, it wasn't the dad I knew. So much time had gone by that it was like, wow, this guy's old. He's an old man now. Like when I was a kid, he had issues with weight, and then he got surgery, and he got skinny, and then we used to like lift weights to get little dumbbells, bullshit. But he had this look about him that I remember used to thinking it was my dad. No homo. I used to think my dad was like handsome. And I know other women did too, because he had issues with, he had issues with cheating on my mom, supposedly. I don't know. I never like completely confirmed it, but from what I've heard, there was adultery. Is that the word? But yeah, like I still remember this girl's face, vivid, because for one, I still have like 1,000 pictures of her on my phone. The other day in my wallet, I was going through, looking through, because you know how like after a while, there's just so much shit in your wallet. There'd be like a Barnes & Noble card, an arcade card, or, whatever the fuck, a Metro card from a year ago. And I was going through it and I found a picture in my wallet that I hadn't seen in a while, because she had this Polaroid camera that she would take to family dinners, or when we go for a birthday trip or anything. She would take that. And I found a Polaroid of me and her, and we were so happy. And I remember that day too. And like recently was my birthday. A month before she left was my birthday. And, we had an incredible day at the zoo, which I've never been a fan of zoos until I went this time. I'm like, wow, I've missed out on going to see animals. I always thought, like, I hate the fact that an animal's in a cage, but if you've ever been to Zoo Miami, shout out Zoo Miami, that place fucking rocks, bro. It's so sick. Shout out Ron McGill and Shawn McGill. So yeah, we went to Zoo Miami, and now I equate Naughty Dog, the game developer, with my breakup, which sucks because I love The Last of Us and I love the Uncharted series and Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter. But when we got back from Zoo Miami, I started playing the Uncharted series all the way through because I had a full 2 weeks off, which doesn't happen. And started playing through the Uncharted series, and then we had an Airbnb in Palm Beach for a couple days that we rented months before we decided, that because she was going to move to Orlando, we were going to do a long distance relationship. And so yeah, we're at this Airbnb in Palm Beach and things feel normal, even though we already had a serious talk about like the door is going to be open and, we love each other. We're there for each other. And we do hope that it works in the end, but we do need time alone because there's so much that we haven't experienced independently, because she's in the same boat. She always had somebody. She never sat with herself. And she never did things on her own, which I'm starting to enjoy, but at the same time, I want her here. And it's so weird because I wish right now I could be just her friend and talk to her like everything's normal. And I kind of tried that. Yeah, we were still calling each other babe, and we were telling each other we love each other and all that. But every phone call felt like a burden because I can't follow a script with not only the woman I love, but my best friend. I can't follow this script of, yeah, so how was your day? It was good, work, same shit. How was yours? It was good. And I mean, she could go into depth about her full day, but I'm not there. I'm not listening. Because in reality, I want a hug from her. I want to hold her. I want to kiss her. I want to go see a movie. I want to go to our favorite Asian fusion spot over here, 107 Taste, and get some ramen. Go to Barnes and Noble. I want to go see her family. I want her to come see my family. And it's just, as of right now, it's uncertain and it's done. And that fucking sucks. So, I don't know what the goal is with this. It is. I'm not going to say it is what it is. This just is. This is like, I'm doing this book, The Artist's Way. It's like a creative workshop where it helps you tap into your creativity. And I've been doing the morning pages. Fuck. My nose is getting all cloggy. Also, I feel like this could be what's called a blurt in my head, which is the censor, which is in The Artist's Way, which is whenever you're doing something, there's a part, I don't know, I forgot if it's left or right brain that tells you, it's your critic, your inner critic. My inner critic is the worst, my own worst enemy. I feel like I sound really stupid all the time. And especially with like a nose that's starting to get runny. So yeah, I'm doing this Artist's Way book, and where was it? Oh, the morning pages, where you just wake up first thing in the morning. When you wake up, you write 3 full pages of unaltered thought. Even if you don't have something to write, you write, I don't have something to write for 3 pages. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've really been tapping into like my flow state, just letting something come and go, letting creativity flow within instead of trying to hit the criteria of what it should be. It's just like, no, just do. You just do. You don't think. You just do. Excuse me. And it's been great because now I don't think I would have been able to even sit down and talk like this to a camera, to my iPhone, unless I was able to get myself to start doing the morning pages. Because I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy with my job. I'm not happy with living in Miami. It's hot as fuck. It's expensive. People suck and they're rude. I've never loved living in this city, and I've been here my whole life, and I'm ready for something new. And the advantage to being single now is even if I'm only saving up a fraction, which lately I haven't been able to save anything. Everything's been coming out of my savings, but eventually I'm going to get to it. And what I can do is go somewhere new and start fresh. God willing. And I hope, I don't know, you know what? I hope maybe with this channel, I can reach people that feel how I feel, because I'm not trying to give you advice. I don't have anything figured out. I really don't. I think I do, and maybe this will come out more throughout if I make more of these. I don't know if I will. I quit a lot of shit, but as I know right now, this feels good. It's so strange. It's like I'm talking, I don't know. I'm giving myself attention. Yeah, this is cool. All right. Yeah, just I miss her a lot. And I don't know when I'm going to see her again. I don't know if I'm going to see her again. I don't know if she's going to find another man or another woman. I don't know if I'll find somebody else. I don't know if I do find somebody else, if that person's going to give me the same. I don't think that's possible, right? Because that's why we're individuals. Every girl I've had was different. And I'm not thinking about searching for, I guess I am. I'm thinking about searching for love again, and I'm thinking about searching for another woman, and it's like, stop. For one, I'm not alone. I have God. 2, I have a family. 3, I have friends. And I don't think that I can put another second into something unless I heal. I can't put another second into another woman unless I heal. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's just painful. Because loneliness is boring. It reminds me of when I first got sober. Music was boring, movies were boring, food was boring, video games. I couldn't do any of the things that I love to do because it was just like, this sucks. We'd go out to a movie. It'd be a ballin' ass movie, but I'm just like, man, I want a beer. I want to smoke a joint before coming in here. Take some mushies. But I got over that. Now I can enjoy everything I used to enjoy drunk or high, sober. I'm going to get to the point where I can enjoy everything I enjoyed with my spouse, my ex, by myself, and with friends. And I have to tell myself good things. I can't keep, boo-hoo. I can't, oh, you just suck. You're stupid. Oh, you'll never make it. Oh, it's too late. You're too old. I'm 28. I got plenty of time. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So yeah. Anything else? Let me see. I think I'd be lying if I said that I'm making this video without the goal of attention. Because why else would I be making it? But that doesn't mean that the other truths don't exist. I want to help. Hold up. I want to help, but in my own way, and not this cookie cutter trend. I've seen a lot of videos, and I love a lot of them. Oh, man, I wish I knew the guy that has the whole retard maxing channel. I love his videos. Mari Emanuel, I think that's his name, the bishop. He doesn't do videos like this, but I can't think of all of them. But it's like I see it. It's always like this format where someone's just sitting, talking. They usually don't have a SM7B. SM7B. They usually don't have an SM7B, but they probably have like a lav mic or something. And this is my room. This is my studio. This is my futon that I slept on for like a decade. And there's a bed in there that she left me. Thank God. Shout out to you. Thank you for leaving me the bed. Yeah, I guess my goal with this is to reach people in the hopes that like I can start a community of my own in this one little niche area of the world where people just talk to each other. There's been such an uprising, is that the word? A revolution, a revival of people that want to talk about, they want to take a step back. They want to take a breather and be like, yo, this is what life feels like right now. And I'm not happy. I haven't had social media in a while because it gives me way too much anxiety. I do have YouTube, and even just YouTube, like I'll find myself doom scrolling YouTube, and I'm like, this is all so stupid. All of this is stupid. There's nothing about this that is feeding creativity. I'm just consuming dumb shit. And my suggestion to you is, if you're a man or a woman that is lonely right now, doesn't like their job, misses their family, misses their friends, has issues with their family, all the things that build up that you don't know where to put, do this. Or write. Put the phone down and go for a walk. Go down a street you never went. If you go for walks regularly, sometimes I'm like, I follow the same path. It's so neurotic. I follow the same path every time I go for a walk. And then sometimes I look to my left. I'm like, I've never been down that street. I've lived here for a long time. Let me go down that street. Go down the street and I see something, I'm like, oh, that's a cool ass house. Oh, there's a bakery here. There's a bar here. Even though I don't drink, it's like, that's cool. There's a bar in a neighborhood. In this book, something that's really important, especially with like all this self-help shit that's going on, people are chasing mastery right now, which there's nothing wrong with knowledge and trying to master a skill. I definitely advise you do that. But if your whole life is trying to be optimized, trying to be a master of something, you lose the mystery. The mystery is the child in you that wants to do something different. The imagination. You got to balance both. My entire waking moment, I would say for the past year and a half to 2 years, has been goals, goals, goals. Every 15-minute increment I have to do something other than work, which just sucks the life out of me, which I've been trying to learn how to not let it do that. But when you're spending 8 hours doing something that you absolutely hate every single day, and then sometimes doubles, and you can't find a way to find joy in it, it's draining. And that information is coming to you because you need to find something else. Doesn't mean you're lost, doesn't mean you're dead in the water. It means that you just need to find something else. And you will, and I will find something else. And I need to do things like this more. I need to make more music. I need to listen to more music. I need to read more. I mean, I read a lot already, but I need to do the things I love more. We're not living. We're like fucking zombies. It's impossible to live in a world that is just noise every day, all day. And then on top of all the noise that's surrounding us without the phone amplifies the noise. And I'm not talking about like news. I'm talking about comparing yourself on Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, just constantly consuming information. And I mean, for one thing, if I go on social media, I'm going to be looking for my ex, seeing what she's doing, and having the knot in my stomach because I see her face or I see her having fun. And it's like, you shouldn't be having fun. You should miss me. That's wrong. She should be having fun. And you should be having fun. And I should be having fun. Every day is a blessing. Genuinely. That sounds so cliche. But the fact that we wake up, and I mean, it could be far worse for me. I could be homeless. I could be in a war zone. All my family could be dead. Oh, God forbid. All these things could take place to where it'd be harder for me to say these things. But the way that I've started to see life is that we've lost so much joy because we can't be present in the fact that this is a blessing. This is a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be heartbroken because that means that I love someone tenderly and gently and deeply for 4 or 5 years. And I have a lot of memories to cherish. They're sad now because I just want them. That's why nostalgia is such a bittersweet feeling, because you wish you could just spend one more day as a kid. But that's beautiful. And that's a blessing because you had those moments. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to be heartbroken. It's beautiful to miss somebody. Yeah. So, I don't know if I'm ever going to make another video after this. I don't know if anyone's going to see this, and I don't really give a shit. I feel like I needed to do this. Something just told me, hey, sit down. I have other videos. I'm going to put this on my soft reset channel. I've never showed my face. I've always like written something and then read off of it and then put like gameplay behind it, chasing a trend. And I don't want to chase trends. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to me. I want to talk like there's another person sitting. There's a chair right behind the camera. I want to talk like someone's sitting there. I don't even think I realized I put that there. I don't think I realized I put that there because it's like I'm talking to somebody. Cool. So, yeah. If you see this, it's going to get better. I'm not going to tell you to stop thinking about the person you miss or a parent, ex, friend, anything. But understand that even if something bad happened, it's good that you miss them because that means that there's something that you cherished. That's life. Be grateful. And if you're anxious, which, let me tell you some shit. Anxiety is another one of my biggest enemies. I could be driving on the freeway and have a full-blown panic attack to where I have to call an ambulance. Happened to me once, but there's times where I felt like it was going to happen twice. And I'll be in a grocery store and just overstimulation, and I'll be like, whoa, what's going on? Getting dizzy. Just buying chicken, and my body feels like it's going to pass out. If you have anxiety, you're not alone. But I think a lot of that anxiety comes from you not living your life, just like I haven't lived my life for a long time. It's just been optimization, biohacks, health hacks, finance hacks, or it's been the opposite. Numb, zone out, drugs, alcohol, video games, porn, women, friends, parties. Sit with yourself. Talk to yourself. It's not crazy. They make you think it's crazy. It's not fucking crazy. Talk to yourself. Talk to God. God loves you. This whole Sky Daddy thing that they complain about, no. It's the creator of the universe that loves you and wants a personal relationship with you. Talk to him. Sit with him. Sometimes I just go, hey, God, can you just hang out with me for a second? I'm having a shitty day. I'll wrestle with him. God, why are you doing this? Why? Things are going well. And then I'll get the revelations and the wisdom. And then I'll praise him. Find a hobby. And be creative. Get The Artist's Way. I think it's a great book. It's ups and downs, peaks and valleys, but it's pretty awesome. I'm not going to spoil anything. Also, read a book. Read a book. The whole thing I hear now, because I'm dumb. I shouldn't say that about myself, but I genuinely think like I'm not, like people, I'm in a class right now for video game composition, and my instructor, an incredibly smart, educated man, he'll be talking and things don't land. And I don't know specific terms, and I didn't get fully educated with music and just terms, just big words. So read a book. Lord of the Rings, really hard book to read, but I love it. I get so lost in the descriptions of a hill, and it's like, bruh, Tolkien, just get to the point. Hobbits, battles, ring. I've seen the movies. I want to understand what I'm reading. Still hard to understand, but I'm doing it. And there's parts where I really enjoy it, and there's parts where I'm really frustrated. If you quit every time you're frustrated, you're not going to do anything with your life. Trust me, from someone that's quit almost every single time I've been frustrated. So, yeah, read a book, have fun, live your life, eat something new, go drink a milkshake, go for a walk, go for a run, do some push-ups, pick up a random pick up a kazoo, make a beat on a desk. Remember the things when you were a kid that were fun? In the shower, I used to pretend that the water running down my arm, that I could like shoot it like Spider-Man. I've been doing that lately. It's fun. Do it. Yeah. So just have fun. Live your life. Miss the people you love that are gone. Cherish their memory. And go talk to somebody. Don't be like me for the past 10 years that only talked to one person. It was the girl that I was with at that time. Go talk to a friend. Go talk to somebody that you did wrong or they did wrong to you. Make up. Life is too short. All right.